The first thing you want to do is to go to your react.dev just to check out the documentation. You can take your time to read through it. It actually explains the importance of React and its use and how it differs from the traditional mains. Yeah, you'll find a lot of useful information there. To start, you need to install Node. If you don't have Node installed, you have to download it. And how do you do that? The first step is you go to a new tab, you search for Node, then you click on download and install Node. When it's downloaded, locate the package installer or the pre-built installer rather, then you download Node.js. Locate where it is in your folder. Once it's done downloading, right now it's still downloading. So once it's done downloading, locate where it is in your folder. Double click. Then it shows preparing to install. Follow the prompts and add no other extra thing. Just keep following the prompts, agreeing to everything and clicking on next until you're done. It's advisable to leave the default path and just install it. So it will take some time. I'll be back once it's done. Our node is installed. We are done installing it. But how do we check to make sure we already have it installed? So the next step will be to go to our VS Code. On our VS Code, we'll be checking to see if we have Node installed. We'll just check the terminal. In our terminal, we'll be entering in two commands. The first one being the node. So we're saying node space, then -v, v for the version. So we're going to get the current version of the node we had installed. Yours might be different. Just make sure you have the latest one installed. Then I'll also check for npm, which comes together with the node npm space -v. It also gives us the version number for it. So we're good to go. There are two main methods of creating a React app. The first one is the create React app, and the other is the Vite. The most common one these days is the Vite, and that's what we'll be using today. We'll be creating our React app using Vite. To learn more about it, you can look for the documentation online. So I have a folder here, 01 introduction, which I've created. And for us to start, all we just need to type is npm. So what we're going to need to type is npm create vite at latest. Now I have to specify the folder it's going to go into. Well, in this case, I already created a folder, so I have to clear this out. I'll clear this out and change my directory to that folder. 01 introduction tab. Then I can now put in the command npm create vite at latest. So at latest there you can replace the latest with whatever version you want, but latest is advised. Then now you can put in the path. I'll put in period. But if you are to create, if you want to create a new folder, you can just, instead of putting a period, just write the name of the folder you want to put there, like the name of folder. You can just put it there. But that's not what I'll be doing. I'll just be using the period. So I'll just use the period and enter. it's asking for the library to use. We'll be making use of React. So just select React. We'll be making use of JavaScript. And that's all. Now, we already have the files we need. A bunch of files, right? Anyway. Now, the next thing we need to install is our npm. You see npm install. You can see it's up there already, npm install. So this will take some time. So once it's done, I'll be back. It's done installing. Now you can see we have the node mobile modules and the bunch of folders and files within it. Rest assured, we have nothing to do with this folder in this work. It's just there to help us. We have the public, we have the source containing all our files as well will be working. I want us to look at the package.json. Package.json, it has the name, folder, and every other information about this React. So we have the name 01 introduction, which is the name of the folder we gave there, the version. We have the scripts that tells us on how to run the files. We have the dependencies, the React and the React DOM. We have the dev dependencies too. We also have that React and React DOM there. We have ESLint that helps us in helping us identify errors, and also also helps in refresh. Here I have the globals and the Vite. So as we go on, more and more dependencies will be added as we install more dev dependencies or just the dependencies. We'll not just be making use of React just like that. We'll have to add other dependencies. So basically that's what I want to show you in this video. But after this, I think it's best I show you how to run it. It's best I show you how to run file. So how to run is all we just need to type in is the npm run dev, just like you can see up there, npm run dev. So just type npm run dev, and you can see it in the scripts. We have the dev there. So just say we're just running that. We also have the build. So if you want to run the build, say npm run build, but the dev is what we use, development mode. So we run it, and it tells us, it gives us a link where our project will be, where our file will be. So just have to navigate to the link. And here we are. We've navigated to the link. See the Vite plus React and the counts all coming from the VS Code. Now, if you go to the VS Code, the place where all of those things you saw is coming from our source. Our source under app.gsx. We'll talk more about these, talk about the file and the path system later on. But for now, I want to just understand what you can see over there. Normal HTML, we have the image, and we have the second image too. We want this, that's for the logo. They're talking about the both the React and the Vite logos. And if you go back to the browser, we're going to see in the browser, we're going to see the two logos there, the Vite and the React. We can also see the count there too. So let me just show you the Vite and the React logo. We have the Vite plus React, and we have the count. So tons of that and more exciting things. We'll be talking about a lot of things. We'll talk about how to create components, talk about how to do a bunch of other interesting things as we go on in this tutorial. Do stay tuned and have fun.